Assalamualaikum and good day. Topic motivation. This is the discussion outline. To conclude, what is motivation? Imagine this is the start date of the journey of an organization in January. So this is the end of the journey of the organization, which is December of a year, for example 2020. So along the way, this is the process in in getting from point A to point B. So along the way, somehow our employee, the intensity, the determination, the desire to achieve the goal at the end of the journey, at the end of the year, somehow tend to reduce. So it is where motivation is very important to ensure that the desire is always there in order to achieve the goal accordingly. So next we move to the challenges of motivating employee. First, because of the changes of employment relationship. Before this, we have a lot of full-time workers, but now we have part-time, we have freelancers, we have globalization come in, the technology changes and so forth. Second one is flatter organization. Before this, we have tall and sharp organization whereby we have so many employees inside it, but now we have fewer employees. When we have smaller number of employees, each individual need to do more tasks, more responsibility, more work, meaning to say multi-skilling, multitasking. So somehow it make challenges to the employee. And the third one is changing workforce. Before this, we have different kind of generation, but now we have generation Z, whereby they tend to be very dynamic, flexible in nature, and they hardly stick at one organization or a same kind of employment at a longer period of time. Then let's move to the motivation theory. So we have needs based theory. We have four of it: Maslow hierarchy of needs, ERG, McClellan learned needs, and also innate human theory. Let us move to Maslow needs of hierarchy theory. We have pyramid. So we need to fulfill the bottom one first, the need of bottom one, the need, okay, not the one. So we need to fulfill the psychological, meaning to say we need to give them within organization salary, income. The second one is safety, whereby we need to give them a security in work. For example, when they being employed today, they will not be laid off tomorrow. Belongingness, whereby they need to have friends or people around them. Esteem is whereby in an organization they need to have a status quo position. After servicing for 5 years, for example, they need to have a promotion. And the last one is the top one, whereby it is self-actualization. When you reach as a senior member, you need to have freedom in putting or doing what you feel the best for organization. So that is self-actualization. You are being given a task and responsibility to do something that you feel that you can contribute to the organization. Okay, the second need theory is ERG. E is for existence, R is for fitness, and G for growth. So we go to G first. Growth, if you work there, you need to have growth, development. You want to be promoted. You want to be being given an important task or important roles in an organization as time goes by. The second one is relatedness. You need to have a interpersonal relationship. We need to say we are in organization. We need friends. We need people around us and work with people. Our environment is very calm, comfortable. And the last one is existence. You need to exist in the organization. For example, given one position that we feel that we deserve for it. After servicing for 10 years, we have been given a manager position. The third one in need theory is learn need theory by McClellan. It's talking about three needs. Need of achievement, whereby you have a desire to achieve something. For example, in a year, you want to achieve the KPI, for example. So that is a need for achievement. The second one is a need for affiliation. Have a warm relationship, like interpersonal relationship, have friends. And the last one, need of power. Power means need to have control in your environment. For example, if you've been given a position or executive, for example, so you have executive officer power, and you in control of that particular position, of the work, duties, roles and responsibility of it. For the last need theory is innate theory. So what is innate theory? Four elements in it. The first one is drive to acquire, drive to bond, drive to learn, and the last one, drive to defend. The first three, drive to acquire, where we have a drive to acquire something, to achieve something. The second one, drive to bond, is whereby talk about the interpersonal relationship. Drive to learn, to acquire something new, learning, knowledge. And drive to defend is whereby we have power to defend ourselves. So the first three one is we are proactive actually, but the last one, the drive to defend, reactive, where it somehow is for us to defend what we have at that time. Move to the expectancy theory of motivation. Expectancy means what we're expecting. So this is the diagram where effort goes to performance, and from performance to outcome and balances. The balance is whereby whether we satisfied or not. So that is balance. So when we put our effort, we expect that kind of performance, we achieve it, so we satisfied. So from the performance to the outcome, we expect something for the outcome, for example bonus, recognition from the boss, and also increment in salary, for example. So we get it, so that is where the satisfaction come in. Then we have organizational justice component, and this is where also motivation is very important, whether the organization is actually just or not. The first one is what we call distributive justice, whereby whether or not that particular justice is being carried out for everybody in the organization, meaning to say there is no double standard, and also there is no special treatment for certain people. So when we give the same treatment and also the same outcome to everybody who should get it, so it is the distributive justice. And also the second one is procedural justice, whether the procedure is fair enough in distributing the resources for the entire employee. Okay, next is equity theory. Equity is not equality. Equality means everybody equal. If one should get M size of shirt, everybody should get M size of shirt. But equity is whereby we give to an individual, or every individual, the things that they should get. So probably from one person to another person is different, but according to what they should receive. This is the meaning of money in the workplace, in the organization. Next type of reward in the workplace, you can read it: membership and seniority, job status, competency and performance based. This diagram about performance based on organizational reward, entire organization, team reward, smaller one, and also the individual reward. And the last one is whereby we can evaluate organizational reward. There is a positive effect and the concern with performance pay. This is what employee concerned about performance pay. There is a weak connection, the relationship between individual effort and reward. Sometimes it is not aligned. The effort is very high, the reward is very small. Next one is reward amount affected by external factors. For example, the entire performance of the organization because of the economic stability of the world. So it also affect, right? That's all. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment below. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.